Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya.
Namaskaram. Today I am going to chant Canto 74, Entry into Mathura. Samprapto Mathuram Dinardhavigame Tatrantharasmin Vasannarame Vihitashanah Sakhijanairyatah Purimikshitvam Papo Rajapadam Chirashruti Dhruta Vyaloka Kautuhala श्रीपुंसोद्यदगण्यं पुण्यनिगलैराकृष्यमाणो नु किमा. Having reached Mathura by midday and taken thy lunch in a garden on the outskirts of the city, thou, accompanied by thy companions, didst start out to see the city. Thou didst step on to the main highway as if drawn by the chain forged by the immense body of meritorious acts of the citizens of Mathura, both men and women who had till then only heard of thee, in spite of their being very anxious to see thee in person. त्वत्पादधृतिवतसुरागसुभगा स्तवन्नमूर्तिवघोषितः सम्प्राप्ता विलसत्यपयोधररुचो लोलाभवदृष्टिवत हारिण्यस्तव दूरस्थलीवदयिते मन्दस्मितप्रौढिव नैर्मल्योल्लसिताकचौदरुचिव द्राजत्कलापाश्रिताः. The large numbers of women who gathered to see thee resembled thee in various respects, just as thy glowing feet were Rasasubhaga, beautiful with reddish chenge. They were also Rasasubhaga, radiant with expressions of love, just as thy body was Payodhararucha, of the brilliant color of blue rain cloud. They were also Payodhararucha, handsome with their shapely breasts. Just as thy eyes were Lola, tremulous, they were also Lola, extremely desirous of seeing thee. Just as thy chest was Harinya, covered with garlands, they also were Harinya, extremely attractive to the heart. Just as thy majestic smile was Nairmala Ullasita, attractive by its innocence, they were also Nairmala Ullotsita, attractive by their internal and external purity. Just as thy crown of hair was Kalapasrita, having peacock feathers tucked in, they also were Kalaparistrita, adorned with various ornaments in their dresses. तासामाकलयन्न पाङ्गलवननै मूर्धं प्रहर्षाद्भुत व्यालोलेषु जनेषु तत्र रजकं कञ्चितपटिं प्रार्थयन् कस्ते दास्यति राजकीयवसनं याहिति तेनोदितः सद्यस्तस्य करेण शीर्षमहृताः सोऽप्याप पुण्यां गतिम्. Gladdening the women by thy sidelong glances and swaying the populace with joy and wonder generated by thy reputation, thou did in the course of thy movement in the city ask of a washerman some good clothes, whereupon he sneered at thee, "Begone! Who will give you royal robes?" Thou did then strike off his head, giving him salvation thereby. भूयो वायकमेकमायतमतिं तोषेण वेशोचितं दाश्वासं स्वपदं निनेत सुकृतं को वेद जीवात्मनाम् मालाभिः स्तबैकैः स्तबैरपि पुनर्माला कृता मानितो भक्तिं तेन वृतां दिदेशितपरां लक्ष्मीं च लक्ष्मीपते. Next thou did confer liberation of Salokya form, attainment of Vaikuntha, on a thoughtful tailor who had the intelligence to present these suitable robes wholeheartedly, who except thou could fathom the merits of a jiva, another man, a garland maker who honored thee with garlands, bouquets, and hymns of praise, was also blessed by thee with devotion for which he prayed, as also with abundance of wealth in addition. कुब्जां च विलोचनां पति पुनदृष्टवाङ्गरागे तया दते साधु किलाङ्गराग मदतास्तस्या महान्तं हृदि चित्तस्तामृज्युतामतस्प्रदयितं गात्रे अपि तस्याः स्फुटं ग्रहणन् मञ्जुकरेण तामोदनयस्तावज्जगत्सुन्दरीम्. Next thou did meet on the road a woman with a handsome face but hunchbacked, who provided thee with sandal paste and other unguents, Angaraga, and in return thou didst bestow on her intense love for her Angaraga, in order that her straightforward nature might be reflected in the outer appearance also. Thou did with a gentle pull of thy hand straighten her curved form, thereby transforming her into a celebrated beauty. Tavannishchitavaibha vatsava vibho natyantapapajana yatkinchita smashaktyanugunam tambulamalyaadikam grahennanah कुसुमादि किञ्जन तदा मार्गे निबद्धाञ्जलिर् नातिष्ठं बतहा यतो अद्य विपुला मार्तिं व्रजामि प्रभो. O all-pervading being, all those who were not too sinful by nature and so could recognize thy greatness, presented thee with flowers, beetles, or whatever else they could afford. But alas, the wretch that I am, I could not stand by the roadside at that time, holding my hands in salutation, and offer thee as at least a few flowers, for which lapse, O Lord, I am now suffering from intense pain. Eshamiti vimuktayapi bhagavannalepadhatriyataya दुर्वातकातरया निरीक्षतगस्तिस्तवं प्राविशो गोपुरम् आघोषानुमितत्वदागममहाहर्षोल्लदेवकी वक्षोजप्रगलत्यपयोर समीशा तत्कीर्तिरन्तकर्ता. O Lord, sending away the unguent donor who was deeply in love with thee, with the promise of a subsequent visit, thou did enter the outer gate of the city, watched longingly by that woman as far as her eyes could reach. But thy entry had, however, been preceded by the luminous white flood of thy fame in the guise of thy mother Devaki's breast milk, the flow of which had been stimulated by her maternal affection on sensing thy approach from welcoming shout of the joyous populace. Avishto nagarim mahotsavantim kodandashalam vrajana madhuryena nu tejasanu पुरुषैर्दूरेण दतान्तरः स्त्रग्भिमूर्छितं मर्चितं वर्धनुमार्मेति वादातः पुरं प्राग्रहणाः समरोपयः किल सामक्राक्षीरभाङ्गक्षीरपि. On thy entering the festive city, all people, including the guards, stood aside at a distance and gave thee passage, wonderstruck maybe by the beauty of thy form, or maybe by the majesty of it. Thou didst then make thy way to the hall where the great bow lay worshipped and decorated with flowers. Before it caretakers could remonstrate at thy unauthorized entry. Thou didst snatch it up, string it, draw it, and break it. श्रवः कंसक्षपणोत्सवस्यत्पुरतः प्रारम्भबतूर्योपम् श्रापध्वंसमहाध्वनिस्तव विभो देवानरोमाञ्चयत कंस्यापि च वेपतुस्तुदितः कोदण्डखण्डत्वयि चण्डाभ्याहत रक्षिपुरुषरवै रुत्कूलितोऽभूत त्वया. O Lord, the terrific sound produced by the breaking of the bow caused great rejoicing among the Devas, and as if it were the drum beat heralding the festivity of wicked Kamsa's destruction due on the next day. And the tremor it induced in Kamsa was augmented by the cries of the bow keepers, who were heavily belabored by Thi and Balarama with 2 pieces of the broken bow. शिष्टैर्दुष्टजनैश्रव दृष्टमहिमा प्रीत्या च भीत्या ततः सम्पशयनपुरसम्पदं प्रविचरणसायं गतो वाटिकां श्रीदाम्ना सह राधिका विरहजं खेदं वदन प्रस्वप आनन्दवतारकार्यघटना द्वातेश संरक्ष माम्. Revealing thy greatness to the good and to the wicked alike, to the good by generating love, and to the wicked dread, and going about seeing all the worthy and attractive sights in the city. Thou did return in the evening to thy camp in the outskirts. O Lord of Guruvayur, thou who afterwards did unburden to thy comrade Sudama thy pain of separation from Sri Radha, and fall asleep in great contentment at the impending fulfillment of an important purpose of thy incarnation, may thou be pleased to protect me. So the canto 74 is completed. I'll be back with the other canto the coming week. Till then, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat.